Hello, my name is Skylar Hernandez. My favorite playwright is definitely Andrew Lloyd Webber because of just how captivating his shows are. Right from the start, you are fully immersed in the story, and to me, that's real plays. And his shows are just so powerful because it always leaves the audience something more, something to think on even after the curtain is closed. What interests me most about drama is the effect that it has on everyone involved. Of course, the stage is the stage, and the characters and the sets, they're all fake. But the moment you step on that stage, it's all real. You are the person you're playing, you are the character. And to the audience, the people on stage aren't their friends or their colleagues or their neighbors. They're someone who lives in a completely different world than that one on the off the end of the stage. And they can make them laugh, they can make them cry, they can make them mad, they can make them feel all these things. And I think that's really amazing. My experience with drama over the past 2 years has honestly been life-changing. When I first got involved in theater, we were trying to recover from COVID, what COVID had done to us, because mainly all of our funding had been funneled into a show that never actually got performed. But we had just gotten a new head of the theater department. He had big dreams for what we were going to do, and using what little resources he had, we pulled together a production of 12 Angry Jurors. I offered to be the stage manager, but since there weren't many moving pieces or moving sets, I wasn't very involved until the last month of rehearsals. Then, completely unexpected, one of the leads could not be in the show anymore. And of course, we were like, what are we gonna do? We only have 2 weeks until the show starts. And Mr. Garton, our director, asked me to step in, and the rest is history. Since then, I've been Madame de la Grande Bouche in Beauty and the Beast, Kylie in The Election, and I just recently got cast as Ariel in our production of Footloose. We still have our veterans, the ones who were there when we were trying to get our footing as a department, but we've also welcomed in so many new people from all different walks of life. And theater is just the most supportive and fun place to be in. It's amazing to be able to see people's lives change before my eyes when they realize that these are the kind of people they want to be around, or that theater is something they want to do as a profession for the rest of their lives. I would definitely love to be part of a Broadway show one day, specifically Phantom of the Opera. Of course, the main dream, is to get a lead, but I would love to just be an ensemble singer or dancer. I can only imagine what it would be like to be a guest at the party in Masquerade with the amazing costumes and masks and the beautiful choreography, just making the show as entertaining and as believable as possible for the audience. I love over-the-top productions with big musical numbers and costumes and some ones that tug on the heartstrings a little, and so a powerful play like Phantom is something I'm greatly drawn to. I will be performing pieces from A Midsummer's Night Dream by William Shakespeare and Clue by Peter de Pietro. How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she. But what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, folding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind. And therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings and no eyes, figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, for in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in game themselves forswear, so the boy love is bejured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. In this hail, some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oaths did melt. I will tell him of fair Hermia's flight, and to the woods he will tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense, but herein mean I to enrich my pain, to bring a sight thither, and back again. times, the most obvious answer is right under our noses. I think the best course of action is to retrace our steps. It all started like this. At the start of the evening, there was thunder, lightning, the dogs barked. Ding dong! Colonel Mustard. Ding dong! Mrs. White, who noticed Yvette. Da da da! Then, Mrs. Peacock, who noticed the cook. Da da! Mr. Green. Woof woof! Sit! Oh, no, not you, sir. Please, come in. Then, Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet. Bong! Then dinner is served. Well, that was more like a cocktail minute. To the dining room. Shark's fin soup. Ooh, yummy, yum, my favorite. Then Mr. Body arrived and we all went to the study. Who is this Mr. Body, butler? How do you do? Then Mr. Body asked me to pass out packages. Ah! A snake! No, it's a rope. Then Mr. Body turned out the lights. Now! Mr. Body was dead. Not really. Really, he was alive. We just didn't know it yet. Then, Mrs. Peacock drank from his drink. Poison! Ah! Well, somebody had to stop her screaming. Then we heard, ah! To the billiard room. But Mrs. Peacock joined late. I'm an old woman who may or may not have been poisoned. Then Mrs. White asked, well, who else is in the house? To which we all replied, the cook, who we found knives in the back. Oh, God, so gross, blood, germs. Oh, can somebody please help me up? I suggested that we take the cook's body into the study. But Mr. Body's body was gone. Just then, Mrs. Peacock ended with body on her body because body had been bludgeoned in his bean. Next, the motorist arrived. Are you a killer? And I locked him in the lounge. Dead. Next, the unexpected cop showed up. Yes, well, you're all acting rather peculiar. Can you? Boom. Dead. Next, the maid got strangled in the billiard room. Dead. Which brings us to, yeah.